What's going on, guys? It is Ryan and Hayden here. Today we are going to be going over the different platforms for social media. Now we're talking about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and LinkedIn, and of course the dying breed of Twitter, yes. Depending on who you are. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and throw it over to Ryan right now to explain Facebook. And of course, everybody, by the way, we understand you probably know what all these platforms are.
Yeah.
We get that. But you probably don't know the details of them, what they're made for, especially for businesses.
Yes. So let's jump into Facebook. Facebook's one of my favorite. I call it the hybrid platform because you can do all three. You can go live, you can post live video, you can post links in your posts, clickable links, which you can't do on Instagram, and you can run advertisements, right? So I love Facebook. You can really grow your following immensely too, because they don't have a friend request limit is 1,000, I believe. So that's a pretty big friend request limit. And what I mean by that is when you manage social media for a business owner, you're going to want to be able to reach out to people that are going to like their services or products, right? And how you do that, let's say it's a pizza restaurant, or let's say it's a sushi restaurant. You're going to find groups of people that enjoy sushi dinners, right? And you're going to friend those people so that they can see the business page. And I really like Facebook for that reason, because you could friend up to 1,000 people a day.
That's true.
So it's a quick way to grow the following.
That's true. And so then jumping on to then Instagram, you can't do that. Instagram has a limit. Then again, a lot of things are changing. As of today, we are in what, April?
Yep.
April 2017. So as of April 2017, Facebook has bought Instagram. So slowly but surely, a lot of the Facebook features are going to Instagram and vice versa. Instagram you can now go live on. Instagram now has stories, which you didn't touch on. Facebook also has stories.
Yeah, they do. It's a
very recent
addition.
Instagram has stories. They have one thing that they don't have is that fact that you cannot put a link in the description of a photo, a clickable link.
Yeah.
If you have a link that you want to use, it has to be in the profile. So what I mean by that is, let's say a business, you said you wanted to give them a coupon for whatever % off, and they had to click a link. Although I would just recommend getting them to screenshot the photo.
Okay.
Is a good coupon for them to use if they wanted it. But anyway,
exactly.
Let's say you had some link that you wanted to outsource, you wanted them to click on. What you would have to do is say, click the link in my bio. So you have to click on your page and click on the link. I know that doesn't sound like much work at all, but we have become extremely lazy. If it is not right in front of me, if I cannot do it right there, right then, you might lose one or two people.
Yeah.
So that's where Facebook comes in. It's good with that. Facebook also has one of the top advertising platforms. The detail that you can go into on Facebook advertising is unlike any other platform. Facebook takes in so much information that their advertising platform is on a whole new level. Exactly. So that's another thing that I love about Facebook. Again, though, all those advertising you're able to do, you can also do on Instagram now. When you're creating an ad on Facebook, you actually have a tab that allows you to choose Instagram. So you're able to do that as well because Facebook owns Instagram. Instagram personally is one of my favorites simply because it's a very photogenic and video based, although Facebook is huge on video. Instagram is really good in the sense of just quick liking, sharing, commenting with your friends. I enjoy it quite a bit. Facebook is definitely dominant in that field, but a lot of the younger generation is on Instagram still. Older generation, a lot are on Facebook. You can get a ton of engagement. I'm sure that maybe your grandparents, if you have grandparents still around, they are on Facebook more than likely. I know that mine are actually.
Yeah.
I have both sides of my family are on Facebook, which is insane. So the great thing about Facebook is you get that huge array of people. But moving past that, now we have now we have Snapchat. Snapchat is, a lot of people have a large difficulty when it comes to businesses posting for Snapchat because Snapchat, a lot of people find it fairly personable. You can send direct videos to people, direct messages, and it just seems a lot more personal to people. People kind of keep their Snapchat more enclosed, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Kind of secretive a little bit.
Yeah,
almost,
a little bit. And the hard part about it is that you can't just follow somebody. You have to type in their name. It's not like you can browse. There's no browsing feature where you're like, I enjoy we'll keep with restaurants as we use that as an example all the time. I enjoy sushi restaurants, so I'm search up sushi restaurants. No, there's none of that. So it's very, very personable. You can only do so much on it, so it's a little bit harder to gain people. But once you have them, remember, once you have them, all that thing about it being personal is now a good thing.
Yeah.
You now
Definitely.
are in their bubble. You now
Yeah.
have them. You are now in that area, so you can use that to your advantage. So you're able to post videos of maybe if you're a sushi restaurant, them creating the sushi, getting that in their story, making them see that, and they're gonna go, man, I wish I had sushi.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is great, a great way to use it.
Exactly.
We then have Twitter. And
Twitter's the dying platform.
Twitter is,
in
as
a sense.
again, as of now, you never know what could happen.
You never
but
know what could happen.
As of right now, Twitter has not really bumped up its game by any means.
Yeah. So Twitter as a company has had some struggles as far as their company performance and as a company in a whole. So Twitter now has advertising, but I haven't really utilized that much. Have you touched on that?
The issue with Twitter is, as a lot of people say, they're a fire hose.
Yeah.
They, and by that, what we mean is Instagram and Snapchat have algorithms. So they're going to provide you with the content that you want to see. If you're constantly liking some girl or guy's photo over and over again, it's going to give you their photo first. So if they post something 12 hours ago and you haven't been on in 12 hours, that photo's coming up first.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the issue with Twitter is that it's not so much like that. You're just getting up, everyone's information is just going out there. Good if you want to just refresh and look at random stuff.
Yeah.
But it becomes very hard to, I guess you could say, rank in Twitter. It's very hard unless you're constantly on there, and it can be very time consuming for you as a marketer. Keep in mind that some of the top businesses in the world give out their information on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you look at CNN or any of those news companies, a lot of times they'll say President Trump tweeted blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And that's actually a way of giving out information. So it can be good. You can still utilize it. It's just one that is, again, kind of a dying breed. It's one that we don't utilize fully right now.
Yeah. The way to utilize Twitter's weaknesses, though, is that since it's not as a popular of a platform, you can post multiple times a day.
Yeah.
And what I would do is, if you are unsure of a post that you want to put on Facebook or Instagram, throw it on the Twitter for the business, see how people respond. Do they like it? Do they retweet it? And then you can go ahead and post it on Instagram and Facebook. And that's another topic that we should talk about in this video as well, is how many times a day do you post on each platform? Because each platform is different, right? You're not going to use 20 hashtags on a Facebook post, right? But on Instagram, that would be considered acceptable.
Yeah.
So there's different culture on each platform as well. And maybe you could touch a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, like Brian said, hashtags are something we haven't even gone really into depth, but if we're going to talk about it here, the fact is that on Facebook you don't really hashtag anymore.
No.
A lot of people, you don't see it doing it, but on Instagram, in order to get found, you're going to use a lot of hashtags. So if you, again, and we'll stick with sushi restaurant, you're going to type in sushi, hashtag sushi restaurant, hashtag whatever roll maybe that it is, whatever type, sashimi sushi, whatever. You're going to type in all these different information about sushi in a hashtag. And the reason for that is when you're on Instagram, if you swipe to the right, when you're on the homepage, as of right now at least, what you're able to do is look at the Discover page.
Yes.
And you can type in a hashtag on the Discover page, or if you're constantly typing in hashtag sushi, they're actually going to give you a lot of content that's about sushi.
Yeah.
So your business is then able to get found, and you can get your stuff out there a lot easier, and random people are able to like it that way. So that is one thing that we would say, is that on Instagram you're going to be using a lot of hashtags. Same with Twitter. If you're using Twitter, you're going to use hashtags as well.
Yeah.
Now comes the B2B business one, which a lot of you, if you're using it for a restaurant, you may not be using this, but even to get clients, you can use this, and that is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, again, is a hit and miss platform, but if you're doing any form of business-to-business work, if you're, let's say, doing social media for a company that's trying to reach out to other businesses, it is a great platform to find that, because you're going to find professionals on there. That's all that are on there. People who are professionals, who own businesses, who are in marketing, who are in finance, people who are a little bit higher up, who are likely going to have a LinkedIn account. And depending on the business, depending on who they are, it's fairly easy to reach out to them through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You can find them, and you're able to go through there. So LinkedIn is not so much a social platform per se. It's more of a business. It's very just a business-oriented platform where you're going to be connecting one-on-one with other business owners or people that you need to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. And you can utilize it for your agency make a business agency page on LinkedIn and connect with local business owners on there. So that's a way to utilize LinkedIn. It's harder for, obviously, if you're managing a restaurant, it's harder to utilize LinkedIn for that particular business because they're doing B2C. But if they're doing B2B, like someone's selling rocks to a paint company or something, like they needed the fine sand for the paint, then you would do B2B and utilize LinkedIn, because those types of companies are harder to advertise to because they're not sitting on Facebook. They're actually out there. So
exactly. And no matter what, you can actually use all these platforms to DM clients if you want potential clients. Remember, guys, you are human. Business owners are human too, and they are also on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. So don't be scared to DM clients. I know this video had a lot of content in it and we kind of jumped around a lot. So what I want you to do right now, if you want to take in this content, please go back, listen to what we said, and maybe write down what each platform is about. Take some notes, and also we'll try and put some notes down in the description down below so you have them as well.
Yeah, cool. So take what you learned in this video and take care.